Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're zeroing in on something pretty universal, I think, going to the movies.
Yeah, it's a common experience.
And our aim here is to uh, basically arm you with some really practical English phrases for it, so you feel comfortable in those conversations, like a little language toolkit for the cinema.
Exactly. We've got this excerpt from an English lesson script all about being at the movie theater,
Right.
and we're going to pull out the key stuff, the words and phrases you actually need to, navigate the whole experience confidently.
So yeah, whether you're heading out soon or just want to brush up on this kind of everyday English, stick around. Okay, let's dive in. Essential vocabulary first.
Sounds good. First up, box office.
Ah, the box office. Seems simple, but yeah, where do we start with that?
Well, it's pretty straightforward, really. It's just
Yeah.
the place usually near the entrance where you actually buy your movie tickets.
Yeah.
So you might say something like, let's go to the box office and get our tickets, or are the tickets cheaper at the box office? That kind of thing.
Got it. Okay, so next, showtime.
Showtime. Again, sounds obvious, but it's crucial for planning.
It's just the time the movie starts, right?
Precisely. The scheduled start time. So you check the listings and see showtime, 7:15 p.m. Or you might ask a friend, what's the showtime for that new action flick?
Okay, clear enough. How about screening? I feel like I hear that maybe a bit less often or in slightly different ways.
Yeah, you do. It's basically just a showing of a movie, a specific instance of the movie being presented.
So not just the time, but the event itself.
Kind of. You might hear, there's a late night screening tonight, meaning a specific showing late at night. Or sometimes film festivals talk about having multiple screenings of a film. It implies the showing itself.
Okay, that makes sense. And maybe my favorite place in the cinema? The snack bar?
Or concession stand. You hear both, right?
Yeah, definitely hear both. Concession stand might sound a little more, I don't know, official.
Maybe slightly more American English, but yeah, they mean the same thing. It's where you get your popcorn, your soda, candy, all the important stuff.
These essentials.
Absolutely. So you'd say, I'm just going to run to the snack bar quickly, or meet you by the concession stand.
Okay, cool. So we have those key terms:
Mhm.
box office, showtime, screening, snack bar, or concession stand.
Yep, the basic building blocks.
Now let's see how they actually, work in a conversation. The source had this little dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Two friends at the movies.
It did, yeah. It's useful to see how these words get woven into natural speech when people are like actually deciding what to see and buying tickets.
So it kicks off really simply. Friend one just goes, hey, what movie do you want to see?
Such a standard opener, right? Just gets the conversation rolling.
Totally. And friend two says something like, how about the new superhero film? Suggesting an option.
Right. Then friend one agrees, sounds good,
Mm.
and immediately moves to the practical bit. Let's check the showtimes.
And that phrase, let's check the showtimes, that's key for the next step, isn't it? Figuring out when you can actually see it.
Exactly. It's the planning part. You need to know the times to see if it fits your schedule.
So they find one. There's one at 6.45. That works, right? Just confirming.
Mm-hmm.
Quick check.
Friend one says, yeah, and then you hear, yeah, let's head to the box office and grab tickets, using that vocab.
See, straight into action. Go to the box office, get the tickets. It flows naturally.
But, can't forget the snacks.
Never.
So friend two asks, do you want anything from the snack bar?
Which is a really common, polite thing to ask your friend before you maybe go in or while you're waiting.
Definitely. And the answer is enthusiastic. Definitely. I'll get some popcorn and a soda.
Standard movie fare.
And friend two says, cool, I'll grab some candy. Let's go. So they're all set.
Yeah, that little exchange covers choosing, timing, ticketing, and snacks.
Sure.
Pretty much the whole pre-movie ritual using that language. It really paints a picture. Okay, so beyond that specific dialogue, let's talk about some other useful phrases. The Force called them fluency builders.
Yeah, these are kind of ready-made chunks of language you can use to sound more natural when you're talking about movies.
First one is simple. Let's go see a movie. Or sometimes people say, let's go catch a movie.
Right, catch a movie is super common, very casual, just suggesting the activity.
Then, maybe when you're deciding, what's playing right now?
Essential question. You need to know your options. You'd ask this at the cinema or maybe looking online.
Or if you're trying to persuade someone, that film got great reviews.
Yeah, or I heard that film's really good. It brings in outside info, like recommendations.
Good one. And then thinking about inside the theater, let's get seats in the middle, or maybe towards the back.
Expressing a preference. Because, yeah, nobody wants that front row neck ache. Middle is usually the sweet spot.
True. And with technology, do you want to watch it in 3D?
Important question these days. Some people love 3D, others don't. Plus, it often costs more. So, good to clarify.
So these fluency builders,
Mm-hmm.
they mostly seem to pop up during the planning phase, right? Or just before the film starts.
Yeah, that's generally when you'd use them. Making the plan, deciding on the specific film, maybe sharing a quick opinion, or sorting out the logistics like seats or 3D versus standard.
Okay, great. So quick recap then. We've got the keywords,
Mm-hmm.
box office, showtime, screening, snack bar, concession stand.
Uh-huh.
We looked at how they fit into a natural conversation about buying tickets, using phrases like, what movie do you want to see? And let's check the showtimes.
Right, and asking about snacks too.
And we finished with those fluency builders handy phrases like, let's catch a movie, what's playing? And that got great reviews.
It's all about giving you the language tools you need for this specific, very common situation. Makes the whole thing less daunting if English isn't their first language, or even just helps you sound more natural.
Absolutely. And it's worth repeating what the source material mentioned too. Just watching movies in English is a great way to learn.
Oh, definitely. You absorbed so much vocabulary, pronunciation, how people really talk, rhythm, intonation. It's fantastic practice. And usually fun.
For sure. It's like immersion learning, but with popcorn.
Couldn't put it better myself.
So thinking about this, applying language to everyday stuff, it makes me wonder what other common scenarios could be useful to break down like this. The source mentioned maybe talking about favorite films or describing plots later on.
Yeah, those are great follow-ups. You could also think about language for ordering in different kinds of restaurants, maybe, or navigating public transport, buses, trains.
Oh yeah, transport could be huge. Or even just like making small talk about hobbies or weekend plans, stuff you do all the time.
Exactly. Finding the practical language for those everyday interactions. That seems really valuable for anyone learning or polishing their English. Lots to potentially explore there.